And so yesterday I didn't really get a chance. I was doing this stuff, but I got busy and it was my friend's birthday and I had to leave and I didn't really get a chance to make a video. So I just wanted to run down what I did. I was getting a code 14 and my car went into limp mode. I shut it off, turned it back on, was absolutely fine. I figured the my injector wires that originally ran on the inside of this guy I had just looped together, plus the other two, the tachometer, this guy, the two big ones that go to the starter, were all run separately. Basically all of these wires are run separately outside of the main harness until I could figure out what to do, and I was kind of being lazy about putting it all back together and everything. So yesterday I had a little bit of time. It was nice, got off early, decided to do it, pulled it from inside up there, brought it back, realized I wasn't going to be able to fit the things through, so I clipped them. Not this one, I left the resistors as is. Clipped these wires, made sure to leave what colors were what, because they do transfer color. Like this one, originally on the EX, goes from this aquamarine to the green and black one here. There was that big white box that I took out a couple videos ago that was in the firewall up here on the green car. So anyways, took all that stuff out last week, and then yesterday I went through and ran the extra wire on the inside like they're supposed to be, or like they came on that one. So got all those hooked up. I'll figure out what these are before I cut them, just in case. I mean, I could cut them or whatever, but yeah. So I got that all sanded off and rerun, and then car wouldn't start. 3 hours later, you'll see a couple of these have multiple spots where they were cut and resoldered. It's because I couldn't, for the life of me, I don't know why, but I used the exact same wire color going for one of the injectors, which is yellow, what it's supposed to be, and then I used the one run from the main relay for power. This one originally, I was gonna run it for like 3 seconds, and then I ended up getting lazy for 3 weeks. But unfortunately I cut them and lost track of the wires before I realized which one was which, so I was going back and forth with these two trying to figure out how to fix it. After about 3 hours I decided to check the fuse box, and sure as shit I'd blown the 10 amp fuse. Popped a new one in there, started right up like a champ. Moving on from that, I think I've said enough about that. Other than that, looks a lot nicer. I'm gonna have to, I still want to wrap them. I'm gonna grab some nice new plastic shielding and put it on there, get it up there. The other thing I'm having a problem with is this guy keeps getting torn because of up here. When it closes, I had the hood risers on, but in order to get lined up for these correctly, I had to take the hood risers off, recenter the hood, and then get it lined up. I don't really like how the hood risers look anyways. I don't really need them. I bought them specifically for this. I was running a weird tube off of here. It's actually the grease cap for one of my Moog ball bearings, lower ball bearings, and you can see it just keeps ripping. Doesn't really want to focus. Whatever, there's a little tiny hole there. That's been ripped a couple times. There was another bigger hole. So I keep trying to find a better spot for this, but I don't like any other spot. I like it right there. So what I'm gonna do, because I can't do the hood risers, I'm just gonna cut out a little square and just move on with my life, leave it as is, because it's like every week I have to like cut a new tube for it, and that's why I put the hood risers on, and I didn't have to cut them for a while, and now I have to cut them because I don't want it to ruin the little nipple on the top of this. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, so then my project for today was going to be start the fender, start doing the wiring, get the resistors in there for the LEDs so that they don't blink super fast. And I thought, oh, I'll take, you know what, I've been working on this thing non-stop every single second I could get. I did like 5 videos in one day, or like 3 days the other day. So I was just gonna take a break, and as I was backing out of my parking spot at work, I heard this crazy noise. I get out and I look, and this is off. And I'm like, why is that off? And I saw it sitting on the corner at work about 10 feet away. And then I look, and there's no axle nut in there. And I'm like, there's no axle nut. That's what that weird noise is. It's rolling around in there. And then I look, and it's pushed all the way out. I can feel from the inside that it was pushed all the way out. And I look, and it's sheared off. Backing out of my parking space. Right there. You tell me what would cause that. I don't think it'll focus, but man, ridiculous, right? Ridiculous. I don't like to rag on companies online, so I'm not gonna say where I got this from, who I got it from, but I'll tell you, it was refurbished. It was a refurbished one, which is funny because I remember buying it in a pinch. I had bought a nice one, and I don't remember the whole process, but what I ended up having to do was take this one. I came home, walked home. Luckily, I only live like 2 miles or a mile from work. Walked home, took this all apart. Snuck in here, took all this apart, and then yeah, pulled that axle, got a bunch of tools together, went to work, and just did it right there in the parking lot. Took me about 45 minutes. I suppose it took me longer to walk home, gather the parts, and take an Uber back. That sucked, but at least I had all the parts and all the tools. I was ready to go, so I did it. Just grabbed everything and went about my day. Everything's back on there, nice and tight. I'm gonna redo the cotter pins. But yeah, just basically brought a bunch of stuff, drained the transmission fluid, did it all right there. So, alright, now I'm gonna figure out, I'm gonna sit down for a second and decide whether or not I wanna do anything. I have the next 2 days off, so I might just take the rest of the day off just for mental rehabilitation purposes. But that's it. I think an 8-minute video is long enough. Ending yet another day of adventure.